What's up, y'all? You're watching another episode of Backyard Off-Grid, and I am in my Jeep Renegade and I turned it into a camper. Check it out. So one thing I like about this Jeep Renegade is it's got this right here. I can put stuff on, like maybe an alarm clock, battery operated alarm clock or something. Or I can just kind of put my phone there and just watch a movie or something, sit back and watch it this way. I also like that it has this right here, so I don't have to worry about an awning if I want to just open up the hatch and sit outside on the back right here, the tailgate end of it, and just, you know, look out in a view or whatever towards the lake, towards the ocean, wherever I decide to go. Maybe the river. If I go to Parks Bar, there's a nice little off-road area and I can go up to the river, not too far because this Jeep likes to get stuck in that rocky stuff out there, but it can go through the sand and the dirt and stuff like that. Kind of wish I had the Trailhawk edition, but I got the Latitude 4x4 on demand, which is just an all-wheel drive system, and people say that this Jeep Renegade basically is just a Fiat 500X. So, but some cases it does look like a Kia Soul, which I will never ever drive a Kia Soul. Well, nor will I ever get one. But I do drive for Uber, as you can tell. That's the little Uber thing. So I do Uber and I'm doing YouTube. And yeah, I wanted to do this episode on how I live in this Jeep Renegade and how I turned it into a camper. So I got my blanket. It's probably about an inch of cushion with my comforter and this what I call an army whoopee. It's actually a poncho liner, but it makes a great blanket. And then I also got my body pillow underneath this, which is nice. It's all the cushion I need for a pillow. I can actually, if you can see, I can go into like a fetal position if I'm by myself or on the road with my dog, or just camping out in the back here. There's still enough room to be up in the driver's seat, so if I have to just get out and go, I can just get out and go instead of having to pack all this up. And then I also have this right here. It's a nice little backpack slash cooler. Of course I need cooler packs to put in it if I want to keep anything cold. But the one thing I do like about it is I've actually used this in the Bay Area when I was living out of my Kia Forte, which is here. And yeah, as you can tell, I'm sitting flat on my bottom. Not trying to show you my crotch or anything, but yeah, as you can tell, I'm sitting flat on my bottom, and the headspace, I'm like right up to the headboard. So there is enough room to sleep in the back of a 2015 Jeep Renegade Latitude on-demand 4x4, whatever. I'm pretty sure all the Renegades have the same space and everything. But as I was saying, this backpack is also a cooler. You just got to put cooler packs in it, and you can store your drinks in there, or, you know, lunch meat or whatever. And then my snacks and my other waters that I don't really keep refrigerated, I can just put on the floor, as you can tell, and I can also put toiletries in there. There's also a Life water bottle thing that I'm gonna do a review on eventually, so stay tuned for that. And yeah, we'll do some camping tonight, and hopefully I can get this video up and published by Sunday morning. And yeah, stay tuned. Let's go. So I'm back and it is dark out right now. The solar lights are lit up on my mom's tent, both of her tents. Got a fire going, as you can tell. And yeah, there's my Jeep. We're gonna spend the night in that thing. Yeah, we're gonna spend the night in that thing. And then there's my Kia Forte. I moved it because I plan on showing you guys what it looks like in the back seat. So as you can tell, this is the back seat. It's a bit of a mess, not too bad. Just got my DoorDash stuff in here, because I also DoorDash. Got a tub full of, you know, random stuff. But yeah, I used to sleep back here in the fetal position in the Bay Area. And hopefully we can see with that light on. Yep, and it's a tiny little back seat. But yeah, I spent about 6 months in the back seat in Oakland, and then I was able to get an apartment, and I lived in Oakland for a year in an apartment, a micro studio, 175 square feet. And then I moved to Walnut Creek and stayed there for a year, and then I had to move out because the rent was like $2,000 a month. And I couldn't afford to live there anymore, so I had to live out of my car again for 3 more months in the back seat. And I would just climb over into the driver's seat when I had to go and get the car started to get it warmed up and everything. So the fire went out. I had to relight it again. I had to use one of those Royal Oak fire starter things again. Yeah, I had to use one of those tumbleweed fire starters. But yeah, it's crazy. It's dark. I'm doing the best I can to keep the fire lit. Hopefully it'll stay lit this time, and we're just gonna chill out until the fire goes out. Then we'll go ahead and camp in the Jeep Renegade back there. It's kind of hard to see, but yeah, right there we go. Okay, we're getting somewhere. This video is probably going to be terrible, but I'm going to do the best to make it work, because that's what, you know, you do as a YouTuber and a outdoorsman. It's literally fine-tuning. Like, anybody can really just camp and, you know, do whatever. Some people don't know what to do when it comes to survival. Like, what do you do when your fire keeps going out? Or what do you do when, you know, there's too many bugs? You know, you can always get, you know, bug spray, off spray, whatever. You can always get a mosquito zapper, lantern, whatever thing. I mean, that's what you got to do. Or you could probably just kind of like hover around the smoke, because I'm pretty sure bugs do not like smoke. I mean, you might choke on the smoke yourself, but if the smoke is kind of like surrounding you, it'll actually keep the bugs off you. I've been in cases where the smoke is always constantly following me, no matter what. No matter where I walk around the fire, you know, the smoke follows me, so the bugs stay off of me, which is great. And you know, bugs like light, so don't use a light up in your face, you know, because that's just gonna be like, hey, you know, there's a light, let's go to it. Bugs love lights. It'd be crazy if I could actually see any bugs land on this, but they're not, so we'll get to it. and we're gonna have fun. And I mean, it's a Saturday night. I normally, do my edits on Saturday and have them published so the video is out on Saturdays, but this is a special occasion, so I'm gonna try and have this video edited and uploaded on Sunday. So let's get this thing going. Look, just like that. That one little tumbleweed thing works better than that liquid gel fire starter stuff. So that's pretty crazy to find that out. I'm gonna start using those things instead, because the fire gel it does a pretty good job, but as far as staying lit, and yeah, it just kind of burns the gel and then goes out, especially if it's not burning enough of the wood. It'll just go out. But those tumbleweeds, one little tumbleweed, it got that fire thing really going. So I'm so glad those things work. And yeah, we're gonna go ahead and chill out until I can watch this fire go out, and we'll get to the Jeep and see how it is sleeping in the Jeep. Here's the back seat of the Jeep. As you can tell, got it all back to normal, and I got my snacks here. There's the Life Straw again that I'm going to do a review on eventually. Got my corn nuts and my water, my trash bag, my Cheez-Its, my little cooler thing, backpack, my hoodie. As you can tell, it's right there, backyard off grid. And this is the Renegade. Let me turn on the light here. It'll be better probably than this thing. By the way, this is a magnetic kind of light, so you can like literally stick it on to anywhere. That's metal, just like that. Pretty neat. You can also flip the light around. It's pretty cool. I forgot where I got this light at, but it does come in handy and would make a great light for camping trips and anything like that. But yeah, go ahead and get this thing down just like that. And I'll go to the other side, or I can just even pop this hatch here. There's the back seat. And like I was saying, when I'm an Uber driver, I like to be able to put everything, kind of tucked away. And so I just kept this out here because they don't really care if they see a battery charger kind of thing. But I'm pretty sure they'd be guessing like what I'd be doing with my bedding stuff. And that's all in here with some battery cables. So, and this thing also just comes out like that. I can move it off to the side. I'm gonna throw these battery cables on the ground, pull out the blanket, pull out the pillow. I know it's kind of dark to see because it's black, but there's body pillow, the comforter, and last but not least, my Army Whoopie blanket. But I might even use another, blanket if it gets cold tonight. Got a random brown paper bag in here if I want to use it for anything special. So I'm gonna put this back just like that, if it'll sit back in there. Yeah, it sits back in there just like that. And we'll go ahead and get this thing laid out. Let me go over to this door. So yeah, it doesn't really matter how you set up, your car or whatever for sleeping in, because just like I said, I literally lived out of my Kia Forte. And of course I have to move this seat forward just like that, just kind of let it lay flat, because that's another cool thing about this Jeep is it lays flat. So I'll push this flat, get it into a flat position for being a bed. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna first put this body pillow across, and then wish I had a cameraman or 3 hands, one to hold the camera and one to kind of lay everything out. Well, it's a good thing I have 2 phones. My iPhone stopped recording on me, so now I have to switch to this. Hopefully it still saved the video. But yeah, you just lay this out just like that. Just like so. And I can't believe I'm actually going to sleep in this. It's been a while since I slept in a car. Yeah, we just want to kind of cover everything up. Just like that. If I have to, I might even double this thing up just so I can have an extra layer of cushion. Yeah, it's pretty wild that I can actually fit in this. So there you have it. It's laid out just like that. It didn't take long. I was considering using a sleeping bag, but I think I'll just go with this because this is actually what I used in the 2-second pop-up tent. So we're gonna see how comfortable this is in here, and we'll get right to it. So as you can tell, it is bedtime. I'm in here in my Jeep, and I'm taking my shoes off because I don't want my shoes to be on my bed area. They're kind of dirty, so I'll just kind of throw them at the front of the driver front passenger seat. That's usually where I would normally put my shoes if I'm living out of my car on a regular. And I'm gonna go ahead and close this door up here. And there goes my phone, my other phone. I got 2 phones, one for the plug and one for the show. Yeah, this is weird. It just won't stay. It's like a friggin' phone mount that is supposed to stay. Yeah, there it is. This is the one thing I like about the Jeep Renegade, if I hadn't already said it before. It's got a place to put your little lantern. It's also got a little power outlet thing here. If I can, yeah, little 12-volt socket. So I can plug my phone in there to charge it up if I need to. And I can just lay back. I might have to scoot this forward. But as you can tell, I'm laying down now completely. Like, there's the Uber sticker. This is actually the driver seat. And the passenger seat is folded forward. Oh, time to take my head off now. If I was to move over to the driver's side, my head would be up. Like, my feet are up at the front of the hatch, and I'm literally just like this. So this is an okay position to be in, like if I'm just sitting here, you know, watching videos or whatever. But if I want to sleep in here and actually sleep, like, I'm gonna have to lay over here on the passenger side. Or if I cuddle into like a fetal position, I could have my head at the driver's side, back seat kind of area, and yeah. So as far as having two people in this Jeep Renegade, I don't think that would be too comfortable for too long. Like a couple might get maybe 4 hours of sleep, but as far as like sleeping for 8 or 9 hours, yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen. But yeah, you guys remember I did the little lantern review on that. I know it's been a long day. I've been up since 9 o'clock. So, and I also did a review on this light that is also the bug zapper in case there's any mosquitoes that want to get in here, which they shouldn't be able to get in here because I closed up the windows. But if I have to open up the windows to get ventilation, because that is one thing you have to deal with when you're living in a vehicle, you have to crack the window because you need ventilation eventually. You might be able to get away with having the windows closed for an hour or two, but yeah, like you're constantly breathing CO2, so yeah, the carbon monoxide and all that stuff, and yeah, it'll get foggy and all that stuff, and you'll just be like, you'll feel like you're suffocating, really. And I mean, I don't even know why I have all these lights in here, because I do have this light up here still, so that's kind of convenient to have, but I don't want to leave it running for too long because I don't want to, you know, run down the battery, because if I leave it running too long, then I have to start up the Jeep and get the alternator running so it can keep the battery charged. If not, I do have a jump starter, as you guys saw before. I did show you guys the jump starter, which I can also charge my phone on that because it's got a USB kind of plug. This lantern also has a USB plug. I forgot to mention that. And it is solar powered, so you can literally charge your phone and have a light at the same time during the day, or at night. You probably can't charge the lantern at night because, you know, the solar part needs sun, of course, but you can charge your phone and you'll still have light. But yeah, this is it, and I'm gonna give you guys a good honest review, a good honest backyard off-grid review of how freaking comfortable it is to actually live in a Jeep Renegade. I've seen some other reviews, like some other YouTubers do, like a video on how they set up their Jeep Renegade to be a camper. Like, I'm 5'10", and my feet are at the front, and my head's literally in the passenger seat. So, as far as the Jeep Renegade being a camper, it's probably only good for like people that are 5'6". So, yeah. But I mean, I'm 5'10", I'm single, and I can literally sleep on this side probably comfortably, I hope. But I will definitely let you guys know if I have any like issues sleeping at night. So yeah, we'll get right to it. And I want to thank all my subscribers first and foremost for subscribing and just, you know, staying freaking honest subscribers, because like it's hard to find really honest subscribers that like to comment and like my videos. And I just want to say it, I do appreciate all of you. And if this is your first time watching Backyard Off Grid, I am an Army veteran. I've been to Afghanistan. I know survival skills. I got some survival tips, and I've also had to live out of my car. If you haven't already heard before, that I had to live out of my car in the Bay Area, so I learned how to survive out of my car for 9 total months. I had to take a shower in a parking lot, which was kind of embarrassing at first, but I was like, you know what? I don't know anybody there, so I'm just like, who cares? I mean, literally, like, it was pouring down rain in Oakland, and I was at a abandoned Walmart parking lot, and there was water just gushing out this spout, and I just literally went over there in my shorts with some shampoo, and I literally had this waterfall type effect coming, you know, on my head from this spout, and I was just literally washing my hair and washing my body in the freaking cold. Like, that water was cold. There was no heat. So I know how to take cold showers. I know how to survive outdoors. I know how to survive out of my car. And yeah, it's just great. Like, you can save a lot of money living out of your vehicle. And especially if you're traveling like cross country and you don't want to stay at a hotel for $150 a night, like, you can literally live in your car at a rest area, or, I mean, you might be able to stay at a campground area. I know I've found some campground areas that are pretty cheap. There was actually a cheap campground in Oakland for like $27 a night up in the hills, the Oakland Hills. So that was nice. And I had a tent at the time, so don't get me wrong, I did have a tent to set up. That tent is now completely destroyed because of the wind that destroyed it out here where I live on my property. I am on my private property in my backyard, and eventually I will do like a video, you know, going off grid. I do want to go to the Rubicon Trail, but with the fires right now, it's kind of hard because, like, there's too much smoke, and the possibility of the woods catching on fire where I'd be at, I'm not willing to risk, like, being in an area that's on fire. So I am still waiting on my house to be built, and it gets so frustrating waiting on that, and I'm just like, I might as well just live out of my car or live out of my tiny home shed, or, you know, stay in the RV that I'm renting that RV out. I showed you guys the RV earlier. I'm actually paying $150 a month for that, so don't get me wrong, it's nice to have, but yeah, I probably won't have that much, you know, I won't have that RV for much longer. So once the house is built, I might be able to give it back, or I might be able to pay the guy, you know, outright to just buy it. But it's just kind of like a really crappy situation right now. And yeah, I just keep seeing my reflection in the mirror. It's kind of funny. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate y'all. And yeah, we'll just get right to it, and I'll let you know how freaking awesome it is to live in this Jeep for a night. Might even do 2 nights, I don't know. Have a good night, y'all. Peace. And good morning, everyone. I've been up since like 6 o'clock. It is now like almost 7. I tossed and turned, and I did crack the window to get some ventilation. And it was cold when I woke up. So yeah, that's why I got my hoodie on. And yeah, if you want to buy this hoodie, you can get it on my website, backyard-offgrid.com. But yeah, sleeping in this Jeep Renegade was quite an experience. There's a lot more room than that I'm used to when I was sleeping in my Kia Forte, which is right there. And yeah, it was great. I give it a 7. I do need to add a cushion. This is a little bit harder than I'm used to, but I did get through the night. I also want to get some of those rain guard like things for the windows, so when I do crack the window, and in case it does rain, the rain's not going to get inside the vehicle. And yeah, I can probably add more stuff to this, maybe get a little camp kitchen set up, and probably do a video on that. And yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I will go ahead and get this thing uploaded so you guys can see it, because I am the real deal. I'm doing the honest review, backyard off-grid honest review, and let's go. Which is right there. I live in the fetal position in that car. Ooh, baby.